Yo, word up, captains. Buckle up. I'm Pedro Farquhar, and this is Starfield After Dark, broadcast live from the lodge in the Sebastian Banks boardroom. And tonight, we've got Titans in the room to talk about Starfield. Tonight, our panelists include Jessica Starr, Sweet Pea 704, Pharaoh Danger, and Starborn Stash. So let's jump right in. Captain, sound off. Give us your captain's name, your faction allegiance, and the last place you touch down before stepping into the lodge tonight. Jessica, let's start with you.
Hey, all. Yeah. So my captain is Gemma. She is a UC civilian, very dedicated to UC, although she works with other factions. Raised in the Sanctum Universum, loves getting out there. And I'm Jessica Starr. So, but the captains are what's important tonight.
How about Sweet Pea 704?
So my captain is Captain Marlowe, and right before the show, I was literally decorating my ship. So that's where I was, and she's a Constellation girl.
Nice.
For sure.
Danger?
So I'm Pharaoh Danger. My captain's name is Danger. I know, super original. He is currently dual splitting. He's got his fresh start playthrough. So he's going, there's one version of him there. And then there's the other one that's been through the Unity 11 times. I was playing with him. He finished a tracker mission. So he's in Aquila right now, picking up the next one. And his affiliation right now is, I think it is I'm getting them confused. So one of them is Crimson Fleet, and that's a new one for me. So I'm kind of enjoying the pirate life. So I'll stick with that one.
Likes to live dangerously.
Exactly. Totally.
Dash?
So funny.
I'm afraid you're going to have to rephrase that question. I don't quite understand it. But if you're asking the last place to land, it was Muford 3. Purple Planet. Real pretty.
Nice.
But I'm a tracker in the Trackers Alliance. I'm sure you guys may have heard of it. It's pretty great. It's hunting a lot of pirates. Danger, by the way, whereabouts you hanging right now? Where are you with the whole? Where'd you say again? Where you say your pirate was hanging out?
So he is currently hanging out in Aquila. So he might come by and say hi because he's actually doing some Tracker Alliance missions. We just, not to spoil it, but we just did the second version of the Mantis quest, and totally dig that one. I'm sure we'll talk about that today, but that's his most recent accomplishment. So he's kicking up some dust in Aquila right now.
Okay. Is he going to show up red on my scanner?
No, not yet, but no promises with that pirate life.
Nice.
See.
I'm not original either, Danger. My captain's name is Hicks from Aliens, the almighty Michael Biehn. And I think Hicks has been my character Fallout 3, Skyrim, Fallout 4, and now Starfield. So I tend to not change it up very much. But she has an allegiance, I think, to Constellation, also to the Wakazashi Sword Masters, the Wakazashi clan that I have this internal lore in my head. And the last place I visited was I think down in Neon to sell some loot in the Pleasure City with my crew. And I'm running actually a interesting crew right now. I got Amelia Earhart, and for the first time ever, I've got the Adoring Fan. And I gotta tell you, hey, off track really quick. Anybody in this crew use a CPAP?
No, but I've been around them.
I gotta tell you, and this is for everybody out in the settled systems out there. I feel wild. I don't sleep a lot, and so I tried a CPAP machine, and this was last night for the first time. And I know it takes time to sort of get used to it, but I got to tell you, for all the people out there utilizing a CPAP machine, I feel for you. I know your pain. It was torture last night. I think I was up half the night. They told me to make it for 4 hours. I think I did like half that. The vapor goes up your nose as you're trying to breathe. So I feel crazy. If I, just to warn you panelists. But let's get warmed up. First up tonight, we got Grav Drive or Grav Jump or Grounded. And so this is my rapid fire gut check. I'll throw out some Starfield items, some characters, some planets, some features, and you tell me whether we're Grav jumping toward it, which is a good thing, or we're staying firmly grounded, and that's a bad thing. All right, here we go. We'll go Jessica, Sweet Pea, Pharaoh, and Starborn Stash. Okay, you ready? We'll go fast, but feel free to let me know your feelings. First one, emergency cuttable walls.
Oh, I mean, yeah, every time. That's what they're there for. Grav jump.
Yep.
Yeah, Grav jump for me.
Grav jump.
Now, am I Grav jumping through the wall, or am I just throwing a grenade at it?
Whatever you want to do.
Usually I toss a little grenade because I like all the spikes breaking at one time. It's a lot of fun.
All right. How about the adoring fan? Grav drive, jump toward it, or ground it?
I'll let him come to me. Grounded.
Yeah, grounded.
Grav drive. He's morally flexible, and that's what you want when you're a pirate.
Nice.
There you go. That's true.
I kind of like the little guy. Grav drive.
I do too. I'm really, I go out on missions with Amelia Earhart, and I keep him on the ship, and I love his banter. He makes me happy. He's really positive.
Well, he killed all my fox bats, so that was the problem I have with him. He shot all my fox bats. I'm like, so I shot him to make him stop.
He's trying to get to the next skill point. Mantis quest line, the OG quest line.
Oh, Grav jump. Yeah.
Oh, Grav jump for me. Yeah, definitely.
Grav jump.
Every time.
The second I get that mission available, I'm on it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Grav jump for sure.
Nice.
Go get 'em, Mantis.
Trying to find the hottest outfits for your companions.
Oh, yeah. Grav jump. But honestly, I just, I go to EIT. So.
Yeah. Grav jump. Not only that, but I have the like enhancer gun. So I have a hot Barrett like little thing I do. I change the beard so he doesn't look. I actually don't change that much on him, but the beard and the grandpa outfit have got to go.
Definitely.
I'll say grounded because I play vanilla still, so there's not a lot of variety, and they all kind of look like they went to the Men's Warehouse, but not the good Men's Warehouse, so it's grounded for me.
Oof. I don't tell my companions what to wear, but I do make suggestions. And quite often, yeah, I do say, hey, that's not the best choice, Michael. Maybe you should try this tactical vest. Or, hey, Andreja, you know what looks really good? I'm not going to suggest a darn thing because of your scowl.
Millie Whale Pet, the upcoming Millie Whale Pet.
Yes. Grav jump as far as it takes, as long as it takes, as much helium-3 as I need to burn.
Yeah, definitely Grav jump. I mean, I do Xenomaster, so I am all about the pets. I came from ESO, played as a pets orc for 7 years, so yeah, I'm all about pets.
100% Grav jump.
This is what you aren't thinking about, folks. You aren't thinking about the fact that that thing goes to the bathroom on your ship, and you have to clean up after it. That is a strict grounded for me. I'm not saying I don't like having pets, but you're responsible for it, is what I'm saying. You're going to have to clean up after it.
Stash, it's 2330, okay? Self-cleaning Millie Whale boxes are a thing. We're good.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
actually have a pet heat leech, so
If-
you know.
If you could,
Millie Wood-
if you could
Millie Whale's
link
a step
me,
up.
Hey, Sweet
no.
Pea, can you tell us a little bit about what you said? What did you say? The Xenomaster?
Oh yeah, Xenomaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, between Galactic Harvest and Xenomaster, those two together are almost like a DLC, but absolutely makes exploration totally meaningful. So Xenomaster, they actually fight for you, so it's a lot like having a pet, being a pet sork in ESO. So if you ever did that, or the warden character kind of thing. But especially for me, because I don't always see where the bad guys are, but if I just see where the little heat leech is running off to, that's where the bad guy is. So I mean, yeah, they're fantastic. They're fantastic.
Awesome.
And you can have up to 3 pets at one time, but I generally only play with 1 at a time. So, but that you can get a pet Ashta, okay? Walk through town with your pet Ashta.
That's amazing.
Vermin.
Yeah, I mean, and you can get it achievement friendly or free. There's both versions. So.
Oh, great. I've been dabbing into the mods and the creations or whatnot, and so I did scale back for the update, but
Yeah, I did too. I'm only down
definitely
to like 20.
dipping my toes into that water. So we'll see. Maybe one of those will be next.
That's such a thing. Hearing you step back, Sweet Pea, being like the most experienced modder and mod creator here. You know, I'd love to hear at some point, like, pick your brain about what you look for and which mods you want to keep and why you're removing some. You know, I mean, beyond script extender, of course, but like for those of us who use mostly creations, are there things we need to watch out for?
You know, for me, I very closely watched the videos, and I could tell what kind of things are going to get touched by the update. And so anything that I felt like was getting touched by the update is what I got rid of. For example, the compendium, there's going to be a compendium, so you don't need the compendium anymore.
Astrolabe, kind of same thing, right? Like that's going to go away. Okay. Yep.
So, and then I'm wary of anything that adds a new weapon, like, you know, leveling up weapons, things like that, all of that, and anything that changes kind of like settings. Like I dropped basically all of Gothos's mods. I'm going to add them back as soon as I can, but it's almost like you don't want to have a huge target, I guess, for problems. So I went from 220 mods to 20.
I was wondering, I don't want to derail the podcast too long, but what about stuff that affects points of interest? Are you pulling those back until you see how the new stuff is put out too?
I don't have anything that did points of interest.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
I took Bedlam off. I took, you know, anything that was going to change that, and anything that changed weapon levels, although I'm keeping Darkstar and hoping it works. So we'll see. But you know what I did? Okay, this is what you do. This is your absolute insurance, okay? So go to the Unity, okay? You wait until you hear yourself say, what choices will you make, right? Do a hard save, quit the game, take all your mods off, every single one, load the game back up, and make a hard save with no mods. Okay.
Just after the Unity jump, or just before the Unity jump?
In the Unity. So the Unity is what you call a debug cell.
Right. Just like any kind of single cell thing in Skyrim and such, or Fallout is what I used to use.
Just to explain that to what that means to people that don't know, it means that none of your mods are loaded in that cell anyway. So so it is a safe place to remove mods and add mods. So like in the game, you never want to remove a mod, because it'll, you know, bork your game basically. So so you wait until you're in the Unity. You know, like I said, wait until you hear that little line. But so then you have a Unity save with no mods. It's totally, that's what you call a clean save. Okay. Then go through the Unity. You know, you can add mods back, you know, but if you want to be super safe, go through the Unity with nothing, and then see what it is, see what the update does, you know. So that's what I would do on the 6th.
Good advice.
We should all be heading to the Unity. Basically.
Beautiful, beautiful, doing it. Thanks. Sorry.
Yeah, I jumped in the other day to get ready, and it was the universe where Walter Stroud had killed everybody and was waiting to kill.
So depressing. Yeah.
Kill you, and I was like, I can't start this new content with.
Wait, that was real? That was real? That wasn't. That was. I didn't know that was real.
It never happened in your world, Stash. It never happened.
Hasn't happened yet for you, Stash.
Wally's a friend of mine. That's why it kind of freaked me out a little bit when I saw that.
He's on the board of governors. I mean, what in the world?
He was not friendly to me that day. All right, next
I'd
up, the
imagine not.
Captain's Gauntlet. All right, so I'm going to put 30 seconds. I got my little timer here. We're going to put 30 seconds on the timer, and I'm going to fire off some favorite or worst questions. So we'll ask ships, systems, characters, and gear, and we'll see how many you guys can blast through before the time runs out. We'll go again, Jessica, Sweet Pea, Pharaoh, and Stash. And so, like I'll say, favorite system, and you could say Neon. And so we'll try to get it through as many as we can. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jessica, worst companion.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, worst. We're going quick, right? Worst
Yep.
companion. Heck muffins. I pass.
Fast. Sweet Pea.
Worst companion. I mean, my gosh, the fan. I don't like the fan.
Danger.
I'm going to kick myself for saying this, but I would say, in my opinion, as playing as a pirate, it is Sarah, because you cannot play a pirate.
Oh, well, yeah.
Sarah will judge you 6 ways till Sunday. Even when I wasn't a pirate, my driving. She'd criticize the driving. She'd criticize everything, and I'm like, I can't bring you along as a pirate because this is not going to go well. So, in that instance, Sarah.
Stat?
Stargado. His name is
All right.
Stargado. He was an evil version of me from another universe, and
Okay.
it's a lot going on.
We hate him.
He's not a great guy.
All right, we made it through one category, so
Let's do a lot more.
well,
We can go
that's-
quick on some of the ones we're thought about ahead.
it won't last long in the top 5 if we keep doing the two.
What's
Let's switch chairs. All right, new game. Settled Systems News Network. All right, so I'm going to drop some headlines and let's see your guys' reaction. Let's go with the Todd Howard quote. So he said, I've seen some of that, and for expectation setting, I think it's the kind of thing where if you like Starfield, we think you're going to love it. But
Yeah.
if Starfield is something that didn't connect with you right away, or it bounced off of you, or you found it boring in places, I don't think it's going to change. I don't think it's going to change that fundamentally. What do you guys think of Todd's sentiments in that kind of funny interview?
I think he's a smart man. I think he's setting expectations there. And I think he's right from what we've seen. Sure, we haven't played it yet for the most part, but we've all seen a lot of the footage. We know what's coming. It's not fundamentally changing Starfield, but it is adding and fleshing out other systems. So yeah, it's smart to set expectations, especially with all that 2.0 talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad that he took that approach. I know a lot of my friends were worried that they were going to change the game fundamentally. I mean, and so I was more concerned that they were going to do that. What it looks like to me, because I hang out in their Discord, and I see the suggestions people make. I've made a lot of suggestions, and a lot of the things that we have been saying we wanted, they're doing. So taking along a laundry list of things that fans of the game want and doing those things is a lot better thing to do than listening to the haters and trying to make it, Call of Duty. That's not what we want. Or another game.
They really did seem to listen to a lot of the
definitely
suggestions, right? With what they're promoting in the Free Lanes update. Danger?
It's like Jessica said, it's managing expectations, right? I think it's reaffirming to the fans, like, if you love this core game, it's more of what you love. Plus, right? There's all these extra things to do. We had some idea of what it was going to be. But I think it's not about convincing people that hate the game, you're going to love it. It's about reaffirming what made the game great and doubling down on some of those things while still listening to the fans on some of the quality of life improvements. So I think it was really smart. I think it managed expectations because it's subjective. People were calling it Starfield 2.0. Well, what does that mean? Like Sweet Pea was saying, there's people afraid, like, oh, great, you're going to change the core basis of the game. I'm glad that they didn't, and I'm glad he said it the way he did, because it was exactly what he said.
What about you, Stash?
Do I hit? Do I stay? Does it matter what the dealer has?
I don't think it
No. No, in all honesty, the Howard man ain't ever ran. He ain't ever done us wrong. You know what I mean? Like there's been a few occasions here and there, but I just feel like I trust in Todd, man. I do.
I do too, and I think I do like how he came out and he said that. I do disagree with him a little bit. I think if the Trackers Alliance is even a glimpse of what we're getting, you know, I think people coming into this game for the first time are gonna love it, but people coming back to maybe they're gonna try it again or give it another chance. I think there's a chance that some of those people will dig it on a second time after this free lanes. There's so much content and it's become so immersive that maybe some of those people who kind of waffled on the game at first may enjoy it on this second go around. What about any advice for PlayStation peeps coming over to Starfield, and what advice or what would you like to tell the PlayStation gamers who are coming into Starfield?
Actually been doing some little short videos here and there about different stuff. Things like I did one about shipbuilding, just like that, things like the little circle means you can put this kind of piece and the little square means that you can put a weapon there, like things that I wish I knew when I started. Those are the kinds of things I've been trying to help people with, like just things like talk to Vlad and talk to Noelle about, like, she gives you a quest to find organic things and gives you twice the amount of money than a vendor would give you. So, those kind of things that I didn't know. I played 6 months or more before I knew those things,
I like money.
Yeah, me too. In the game I do, because I want to be able to build ships.
I don't know who said it, but there was some advice on, or someone made a comment on one of the social medias, X or Blue Sky, and they said something like to the point of, you'll never know how much we walked. Right?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
That was Jay.
Was it Jay?
Was Jay.
Although
that killed me, because it's true, right? Like we walked from one side of the map to the other and like didn't think anything of it, right? And now we have like the Dimog and we're gonna get a new moon jumper, and you can get vehicles off creations, and it's just so amazing now. But at first it's even hard to imagine, like for a while there we were walking a long distance.
some of us still prefer walking, to be honest, Pedro. I really don't love driving. There are too many rocks, and I'm not the best driver. But if I were to have advice for people coming in, I think one of the most important things is just to let them know, give it time. Give it time. This is not Skyrim. This is not Fallout. The people who fell off it the most were the people who said, "Oh, it's Skyrim in space. Oh, it's Fallout in space."
Yeah,
Some
it
of them
ain't
were
a race.
disappointed it wasn't. But more of them, what they did, they tried to play it like that. They tried to land on some random planet and just explore. That's how you discover. No, Starfield, while empty planets are beautiful, okay? Exploring, discovering, that's Constellation's mission. A lot of us love it as a side thing. But Starfield is very quest-based. It's very point of interest you can see from space-based. When you get to those point of interest, take your time. Talk to everybody. Have fun. But you can't just land somewhere and expect to find the game if you're in the middle of nowhere. That's very real that way. And I think it's important that they know that.
Yeah. How about you, Danger?
I would say, in addition to all this great advice, right, I would say take your time with it. I would say really embrace the worlds they've created, like the big cities. You go to Aquila, you go to Jemison, and just walk through the crowds and pick up the side quests there. You just overhear conversations, and there's a mission, and go fall down a rabbit hole for like 3 hours where you're trying to figure out what's going on in the well and why are there brownouts. And there's all these sort of little gems that are in there. And there's some really good missions too, like the Crimson Fleet mission. Everyone loves that. But don't just hit the high notes. just kind of go and explore and go on your own path and see, what you can figure out, and don't lose sight of the main story. The main story is great. The other thing I would say is, if the game's been out for a couple years now, New Game Plus is not the be all and end all. It's not that kind of game. It really is it makes the game more enhanced, but it's not the driving point, right? You don't want to get to the New Game Plus and start all over again. You want to take your time. You want to build your character. You want to explore the different systems and just enjoy it. Take your time with it. It's not something to burn through. This is a game. I mean, I've seen all this stuff on X, Starfield for 1,000 years. There is so much content.
I know that guy.
And there's just so much to do. Take your time with it. Enjoy it. There's no rush. It's not going anywhere.
How about you, Stash?
Advice for new trackers out there?
Yeah, coming into the game for the first time.
Well, life ain't a game, but I think I understand what you're getting at. Basically, what I can tell you, just what Danger said, and what I was saying before. P, I didn't mean to speak over you if I did.
Nope.
It ain't a race. When you're out there and you're getting started, just know that you're going to go up against things that you may not be ready for. And trust your old mustache buddy here when I say it's okay to run if you aren't prepared. Let me tell you something. The first few times that I got out there in the field on my own, I wasn't ready for some of the stuff I was facing. I didn't realize it was okay for people to just carry grenade launchers. I didn't know that was just a thing. But it's definitely a thing, and I would recommend, firstly, have your own grenade launcher. Pedro taught me that. I've seen some of his photographs of his hunts. He taught me that. Have a grenade launcher handy, and also, pace yourself. It ain't a race. It sure is fun getting out there. It sure is fun.
All right, how about a quick review of the new Trackers Alliance content? Give me 2 things you dig, and if there's anything that you didn't enjoy, let us know. Let's go, Jessica, Sweet Pea, Danger, Stash.
Sure thing. So when it comes to the new content, I haven't hit it yet. And sorry, Stash, but I got to leave some bounties for you. I've done Starjacker and Vulture. I've even downloaded, which, hey, important note for people jumping into it. You have to re-download the Trackers Alliance complete bounties in order to actually play it. While you do automatically have it if you bought the Vulture, you still have to go into creations and re-download it. But yeah, it looks awesome. I'm loving some of the characters I heard about. As far as like my actual thoughts on the Trackers Alliance, one thing that I really hope they implement, and maybe they will with the update, they need to delay the start. A lot of times Bethesda DLC, it's an important thing that they have things where they're level locked. So for instance, you're not going to be approached by Dragonborn cultists in Skyrim until you're level 10. Some quests aren't going to pop until level 15 or level 20. And I don't think I should meet a Trackers recruiter after I get back from Creep before I've even met Constellation. That bugs me. And I'm just worried that some PlayStation people or new people coming in are going to be like, oh, I got to go here. And no, you really don't. And we really probably shouldn't.
She really finds you everywhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
I was coming out of the bathroom and there she was. No, I'm kidding.
Her name is Inevitable. I mean,
Inevitable. Yeah. So it's because of her name.
You can't avoid her. It's not possible. It's inevitable. But yeah, so haven't played the new content yet, but it looks awesome.
So yes, I've actually been playing it on my stream like the whole last week. And one thing that I really liked about it is that I feel like Bethesda is listening to people about having better rewards for quests. You get ships, you get a house, you get really good weapons. The one, I don't want to give anything away, but a really good weapon that I literally did not put down the whole rest of that universe. I mean, I just used the heck out of that thing. So yeah, I think that was great. The Mantis quest was really good, but I think my favorite was actually the Widow, and it had a little. I liked that they were all very different. Some of them were kind of dark. The Widow I really liked because you had a feeling of being like a detective. So I think that one was actually my favorite. So yeah, I mean, I think the rewards were just, amazing. So
I too am also playing through them. I think there's a total of 5 new bounties, and I've done 2 of the 5. And so it was the Fallen Hero, which is the fake mantis, and then the Sogoa Oni. I did that one, and both of those were cool. And I did the Vulture. Like, I hadn't done any of the creation stuff, right? So the Tracker Alliance stuff, sorry, Stash, wasn't my jam at that point. But now I'm hooked. And it's also because, like what Sweet Pea was saying, there's all sorts of cool stuff that I wish Bethesda would look at and go, you know what, we'll put that in the game proper, and maybe there will be in updates. But like on one of them, you get a place, you get and in the original game with the Mantis, that was to me the biggest miss, was that you couldn't have the Mantis lair be like that's your base of operations. That would have been cool. But it's just, I'm loving the hell out of it. I'm taking my time with it, trying not to burn through it. And it kind of makes me like, that's all I've been doing now. I'll go back to Aquila, go to the bounty board, get the next one. So the Widow is the next one that I'm doing. I haven't started it yet. I'll probably do that on stream. I did those other 2 just for myself because I didn't have time to stream, but I'm just loving it. It's such good stuff. And again, like Jess was saying, don't immediately go with the Tracker Alliance. She followed me around. I had 18 parts of my fresh start playthrough, and I would ignore her every single time. It was kind of a joke. It was a meme. It was hilarious. No, not right now. So take your time with it.
I will say, when it comes to those rewards, I don't need another dang player home. I know that these ones are awesome, but come on. I'm a freaking real estate mogul out here already. Like, I don't need more.
My house was repossessed, right?
I'm so sorry, Stash. I didn't mean to rub any salt in the wound.
You should
Maybe she could rent you a place.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
True.
She
got the credits.
Give me a sweetheart deal.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Absolutely.
That's great.
There's a moment in The Widow, I think, where one of the NPCs that you talk to, it's part of the story, says something to the player, opens up a choice, but it's more, I guess it's more of a social, like a behavioral choice, right? I don't want to give away a spoiler, but it's something I've never seen in games before in the dialogue. And it really just kind of took me aback. And I, just made me take a minute and say, like, if this is what we're getting, like, more of, Starfield is really becoming
oh yeah,
a more deep. It's really just becoming more deep as they release these new content and DLCs. But really amazing stuff. Really stoked. Let's talk about the new stuff, Free Lanes and Terran Armada. Let's give one thing that you're stoked about, one thing you're not stoked about, or maybe the thing you're least stoked about, right? Like, and this might be people might be upset about this, but like, I've never really tried building ships, right? So
really,
yeah.
oh wow,
and I know it's fun, I know it's great, and I think it's a great thing, but I really just stick to the Guardian, right? The Starborn Guardian. I'm not really a big shipbuilder. So like, if that was coming out, that would be like something that I'm the least stoked about. Like, I know it's good, it's not a bad thing, but so maybe one thing you're stoked about, the thing that you're least stoked about, and maybe let's go with those. Go with those 2 for the new stuff.
Well, I'm psyched for the new codex, or what are we calling the new thing in the menu that's going to track
compendium?
Resources? Is it a compendium? Is that what they're calling it officially? Okay. So I'm stoked for the new compendium. I think that's really important. Like Sweet Pea was saying earlier, it's going to replace some of her mods, it's going to replace some of my mods. But beyond that, it's just important. I think there should be a record to be able to find and track things, because, when we're at 1,000, 2,000 hours for some of us here, and there's a group especially, like, you can only remember so much. I try to remind myself to remember to label my photos. Like, where did I actually take this? And beyond that, like where to find resources, which outpost mines what. Like we've all got these extensive networks over time. Plus, if you jump through, spoilers, the Unity, you you're in a whole new situation, and so sometimes our memories, and that's actually kind of a fun thing for our characters. I'm sure you guys think about sometimes the fact that you've had relationships with these people before, but you've done different things. So what is real for you in this, existence universe may be different than before. So yeah, I'm excited about that. As far as least excited, that is not my topic. I don't know. I'd have to think about that more.
And let's add something too. What about something you think maybe they missed?
Oh. What
Like
did
for
they?
For me, it's always motorcycles. I want a motorcycle. Maybe you would get into a motorcycle, Jessica, for a vehicle, because then you could start we could start a motorcycle club, and you could, navigate those rocky terrains maybe easier on those planets, because they are. I mean, it's sometimes impossible to drive.
Well, to be fair, I really like my suborbital shuttle. I say I don't use vehicles, but I use the SOS-8 a lot. Okay, I love that little Jetsons egg. We call it the egg going around. But yeah, I mean, as far as what they missed, I think fleshing out a few more companions with romance options, why not? That would have been a wonderful thing for them to add. And yet I don't believe they did. I mean, we're getting Miria, and we can have a romance in my heart, but
Sweet Pea?
Yeah. What I am most looking forward to is really the creation kit. what is going to be new in the creation kit? I'm really excited about. I know I'm really excited about. Like I said, I watched the video very many times, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's a new couch. Okay, that's a new chair. This is a new coffee table. Am I going to be able to change the wallpaper in the, change the colors, material swap that new hab?
right.
I mean, what am I going to be able to do? Because basically, if I want something in the game, I just get in the creation kit and make it and put it out there. So I am very excited about that. When I saw steps in one of the habs, the ship habs, I about had a freak out, and I was like, they didn't say anything about it, but I was like, steps! I want the steps.
It's awesome.
So I was so excited about that. The only thing I'm worried about is, okay, for example, this already happened. I really like the Tech Runner mod that Tennessee, the real Tennessee did. I felt like it added so much gameplay for me, like even to POIs, things I'd done 100 times. I'd go in there, and now I have something new to get. It totally blocks the Mantis quest, and so I had to take it out, and I was really bummed about that. Especially because I had all the research done too. So I'm worried about that. Things. It was a little thing. It just changed this one slate. But if you didn't read the slate, you didn't get the coordinates for the next part of the mission. So I'm wondering what things like that, are gonna be a blocker for Terra and Armada or whatever that no one thought about, that no one caught, and then I'm gonna have to, and that's why after that is when I went through the Unity and cut down to only 20 mods. So, and I'm trying to be a small target. I'm thinking, like, I figure the more mods you have, the bigger target you have. Something's gonna break something, right? I think, if you guys are worried, I don't think your little weapon skin is going to bother anything. Okay, but something that really changes things, changes POIs, does stuff like that. That's the stuff that you might have to worry about, So
I want to jump in there real quick too and say free place building. They missed that too. I want to place my own walls. Airlocks, we don't need your stinking airlocks unless I'm building on an airless moon, okay? No airlocks. I want to put my own floors, my own windows, my own walls. I come from building in Fallout, and I've done thousands of hours of that, and I'd like to do that with my outposts too. I feel like outposts could be so much if I had a little more control.
That would be awesome.
And just like just adding to what you were saying, you think about who the girls have to marry. A guy with a kid and a really old guy who's
Terrible choices.
who's still pining for his old, dead husband. So that's who the women have. Okay, that's it. And
terrible.
So what do they add? Another girl. I mean, come on. Give us Ezekiel at least, There's with the Tom Brokaw voice and Aggies, like give us a romance with that guy.
Yeah, we could use a little more options for everybody. I mean, yeah, Model G, like I don't need Starfield BB-8. Like, I mean, looks really adorable as a companion, but I need a romance option. Absolutely, come on, let's. The stars are for lovers, y'all. Let's go.
Come on, Bethesda, for update 3.
That's right, romanceable Ron Hope. That's what you want.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I'll take Torin. Get King Gath on that. Torin's kind of a cutie.
Torin is a great character, right? Like that would be dope.
Well, and Harper too. I mean, she's not horribly wounded. You can like actually have a conversation with her, and she'll cook you something. Even heck.
And I feel like in every Starfield group, at least on Facebook, everybody wants to romance the girl from Midtown Minerals. What is her name?
Mhm.
Alejandra, I think. Alejandra Kane. Yeah, like her.
I love that. Danger, what do you think? One thing that you're really stoked about, maybe something something the least stoked about, and something maybe you think.
Oh, Lyle too. Yeah, Captain CPU. Lyle would be a good one too. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Captain CPU
can't hear you.
Also said in the chat, musical instruments. I think probably for something they missed or would like to see, and I totally agree on that as well.
Yeah,
you can find.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I was just gonna say you can find Captain CPU 42 on X.
Yes, and I was muted. I don't know how to work a mute button. Can pilot a starship around the stars, but can't work a mute button. For me, I think the thing I'm most psyched about is they are incentivizing you to stay on your ship. So cruise mode, cruise control, whatever you want to call it, new space encounters, you can spend more time on your ship. It's not just a vehicle. It's like space RV, right? So you're spending more time on your ship. To me, that's a plus. Like it's not just a vehicle. So I'm looking forward to that. I liked the random encounters, people you'd come across, like the guy on his ship that'd be singing a tune. You'd see him everywhere. The grandma. I want more stuff like that. Just the sort of spontaneous stuff that happens. I'm all about that. I want to be on my ship more because again, you're out in space, and they make it so that you want to be on your ship more. I love that. The thing that I'm not psyched about, and I wasn't super psyched about it in the main game either, was outposts. I'm not an outpost person, and it's resource management, and I suck at that in video games. I do a lot of that in real life, and so when I go and play a game, it's like, oh, you need all these materials, and you need to do this, and you need to do that, and for some people, if that's your jam, I have nothing against that. But for me personally, I just it didn't click with me. I did it for the achievement. I did it for what you had to do and connecting all the different the outposts that you had. I enjoyed that aspect of it, but just that part of it, I'm glad that they're making improvements and making the management of that easier for people that like that. That's not me, so I'm not psyched about it. I don't hate on it, but it's not my thing. As far as missed opportunities or things that they missed, I don't know. I can't really think of one thing that I've come across aside from the romance options and some of the build options, which I agree. I've been doing some live streams of Fallout 4, and then the building there, way more diverse, way more customizable. And I'm wondering why they didn't do that in Starfield. I guess we'll never know, but maybe they'll make updates to that where you can customize it a little bit better. But I can't think of anything that I'd say they missed. When we play it, I'll probably have an opinion, but for right now, I don't have one.
Sure.
Oh, Quick Draw in chat mentions, what if they introduce prefab outposts? Quick Draw, we are getting prefab outposts. There are plenty with creations anyway. Like, as Sweet Pea can tell you, I mean, she's got some fabulous items, but Miss O, who's done a lot of streams with you, does some fantastic prefab, pre-decorated modules. But with the update, there will be full prefab, fully constructed, plop it down modular home. You can make your own trailer park.
Stash,
you
you
can
have a
still decorate it
proposal.
too.
Oh
Stash, you have
yeah,
a proposal in the chat.
yeah. I saw that they're trying to play matchmaker with me apparently. The Stash Man, look, he's real grateful and everything. I appreciate it, but confirmed bachelor's life for me. Thank you.
Hey, keep going.
Oh, that was pretty much it. Just hey, no thanks, but no thanks.
All right. Well, before we close out tonight, it's time for the captain's log, part of the show when you guys let us know where we can find you in the settled systems, what projects you're working on, what you got cooking. Let us know a little bit about you guys. Jessica, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Okay, if we're gonna wrap, I do a weekly podcast on Fallout called the Fallout Feed, up to episode almost 550 now. Every week we're out there. Coming up, I've got another Wasteland Theater Company production going to be over on my Twitch. That's Jessica Star XP. Come over for the Jessica Star Experience. That'll be on April 12th. We're doing a show called The Frogs in Fallout. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be on with King Fan Man next Saturday. I'm going to join him on the 11th for a podcast. We'll be talking Starfield update and stuff. He got to go to Bethesda. I got to see the update. He got to go to the Bethesda HQ. So check that out. And finally, the Starfield Lorecast. I know we've been on hiatus for almost a year, but we have a couple episodes. I have 2 recorded, and yeah, they'll be happening.
That's great. Sweet Pea?
Yes, I just started simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch every morning. It's 10 a.m. Eastern time to 1 p.m. Eastern time every day, but Friday, Saturday mornings, I have the VC showcase where I interview mod authors about verified creators for Bethesda. I've had, King Gath, I've had Matilda, I've had a lot of other really heavy hitters. So check that out. And also I'm working on a mod. I'm actually going back and like reimagining a lot of my old mods. So I'm doing the Sleep Crate reimagined. It's 8 times bigger than it was. It actually has a window and you can see the inside of Neon. It's pretty neat, but all of the furniture in it is going to be constructible other places. So it's going to be in the build menu. You can, and it's all custom items that I made. So you're saying about building, I was like, you need to check out some of my mods or some of my streams because you wouldn't believe the stuff that I make. I mean, I make the whole inside of my ship. I get empty halves. I use empty halves and I decorate the entire inside of my ship so it looks like a house. So
cool. Danger?
I just got to say, that's freaking awesome. That's so creative. I, on the other hand, what I'm doing right now, you can find me on YouTube. I haven't started on Twitch yet, but it's just at Pharaoh Danger. That's where I'm at. What I'll be doing, so April 7th comes around, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a playthrough on PlayStation. I'm going to have that running on a PS5, not a PS5 Pro, but I'll be running it on that, and then hopefully people come check that out. Simultaneously, I'm going to get back to doing some Fallout 4 live streams, as well as my Red Dead Redemption 2. Those have kind of been on hiatus as I've been diving deeper into Starfield. You can find me on X under the same handle, at Pharaoh Danger. So I love it. I'm on my march to 500 people. I'm currently at 68 subscribers. It's not a lot for most, but it's a lot for me. So I'm enjoying it and meeting a lot of cool people on the way. All you guys just blow me away with the stuff that you do. It's inspiring. So I'm learning, getting my feet wet, but it's a fun ride.
Okay, hold on. What is it? Dark. I'm going to go ahead and like you right now.
Exactly. Everybody in chat, subscribe to Pharaoh Danger. Let's go. You guys can do this.
I actually just
That's
got
awesome.
the 500 this week. So it was
Hey.
Yeah, doing the simulcast is what put me over the top. So,
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
That is
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, I threw my YouTube in there. I appreciate it. It's fun. I'm learning it as we go, and it's watching your guys' content and watching your streams and stuff just helps me not do things wrong. I'm like, I'll follow what they're doing because they're doing it right, and I can benefit from the experience. But all the mod stuff, I tell you, the creation stuff has maybe kind of piqued my interest in the mod stuff. Like I said, I'm over 800 hours now into the vanilla game, and I think with the free lanes and stuff, I can add a couple more hours. But I'm gonna try some mods and throw those in there and just take a look at it. So Sweet Pea, I might be checking out your stuff.
Nice.
oh, definitely, yeah, definitely do. Actually, it's been on sale, and I'm not sure if it's still on sale, but Tailored Spaces was on sale. It was only $280, so it's really inexpensive right now.
What
It's
about you,
awesome.
Stash?
Well, I've been working on the Chronicles of the Razor Leaf. I don't know if you guys have catched that at all. You can get me at Astra Stashed, spelled like the incredible currency that will come back into circulation eventually. It will. Just wait for it. But that's at Astra Stashed. You can get me on YouTube there. I'm at Starborn Stash on X because my account went to jail back in July, and it was reborn through the Unity and became Starborn Stash. But as far as that goes, the things I've been focused on most is just trying to put out good quality stories, caring more about the actual entertainment aspect than growth. And I know that's probably something I should focus on a little bit is growth. I do have a small team that helps me with that as far as promotionals and stuff like that go.
Nice.
We're looking into stuff, but yeah, you can get me at Astra Stashed at YouTube.
Awesome. You can find me on TikTok at HicksNGPLUS, on X at Pedro Fark, and on YouTube at Starfield After Dark Live. If you want to be a guest, send me some feedback. Hit me up at settledsystems@gmail.com. I'll put a edited copy on social media and Spotify this week. Next week we're going to be joined by the irresolute cartographer,
There
King
we
Fan
go.
Man, and Swerve, and some more. And so join us next Wednesday. We're going to try to do this every Wednesday, 8:30 live. Thanks to all of you guys. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Sweet Pea. Thank you, Pharaoh. Thank you, Stash.
You bet.
Appreciate all of you. Catch a smile, everybody, and Starfield rules.
Starfield rules.
Yep.
Get you trekkers in the
rules.
Starfield.
07 captains.
Excellent.